National Football League quarterbacks. Example 1, Fran Tarkenton, sacked by Gary Burley, suffered a broken fibula in the right leg, out indefinitely. Lynn Dickey of the Green Bay Packers, broken leg, out for the season. And Bill Munson, Chargers, broken leg, out for the season. And then at Three Rivers Stadium, second quarter action. Brian Sipe back to pass for the Browns, hit by old Arrowhead, Ernie Holmes, number 63. And Sipe suffered a broken bone in the left shoulder. He'll be out for 6 weeks. Terry Bradshaw was no exception on this day of quarterback catastrophes. Watch! Gerald Irons from the blind side. And Terry already sporting a cast over a broken wrist in the old familiar scene, writhing in agony on the playing field. Severely bruised left shoulder. He'll be back next week. Now in the first quarter, trailing 3-0. Bradshaw was red hot, throwing deep to the graceful Lynn Swann, touchdown. The Steelers took a 7-3 lead. Lynn had 5 catches, 129 yards, that 1 touchdown on the day. The very last play in the first quarter. Bradshaw again looking for the same target. And watch this. Swann and another of his pattern and leaps. An extraordinary catch. That set up a Rocky Bleier 2-yard touchdown jaunt. The Steelers went ahead by a score of 14-3. Midway in the second quarter, with the score at 14-3, it was time for Bradshaw to look elsewhere. And so he went to number 82, Johnny Stallworth. And John is alone, the ball perfectly thrown. Touchdown on the day. Stallworth caught 6 for 126 yards, 2 touchdowns. The Steelers sped to a 28-3 lead at halftime. But these Brownies never give up. This is third quarter action. Dave Mays in for sight. Passing to the incredible one, Greg Pruitt, who seems so elusive. It almost seems as if no single tackler can bring him down one-on-one. This play, good for 31 yards. With less than a minute left in the game, the score had grown to 35-24. And Dave Mays hit Larry Poole. Too little, too late. Pittsburgh 35-31. The New England Patriots visited the Miami Dolphins. A must-win game for the Patriots, but they weren't equal to it. Here's fourth quarter action. The Dolphins leading 7-3. And Johnny Smith had kicked off for New England. That's Gary Davis, second-year man out of Cal Poly. You saw the wedge open up the hole. Now you see him cutting back across the field. Now, veering down the right sideline. He's too quick for that tackler. And that one finally heaves him out of bounds. But that set up a Garo Yepremian field goal. Miami led 10-3 in the fourth quarter. New England trailing 10-3, tried to blitz. You don't blitz a slick veteran like Bob Greasy. He can read it, and that's what he did right here. Throwing to Nat Moore, touchdown, 17-3. The final score, Miami 17, New England 5. The Chiefs visit the Bears. And the Chiefs stormed to a 17-0 lead. But all day long they were fearful of this man, Walter Payton. This, a 15-yard run that has as much brilliance in it as any 90-yard touchdown dash you'll ever see. Payton, a marvelous running back, who is now the outstanding runner in the National Football League. 2 minutes left in the game. Kansas City leading 20-14. The Bears fighting back. And there goes Payton. Look at his stats on the day. The Bears went ahead 21-20. But just as quickly, the Chiefs responded. Eddie Podolak scored on a 14-yard run with only 29 seconds left. And then this. 3 seconds left in the game. Who's covering Greg Latta? No one. Avellini to Latta. And the Bears rescued the ball game 28-27, an unbelievable finish. At San Diego Stadium, the Denver Broncos, an authentic powerhouse, had to meet up with a San Diego team that was hot. Trailing 14-3, Craig Morton threw to Haven Moses for a touchdown. That made it 14-10. That midway in the third quarter. And then, with only a minute and a half left in the game, the rejuvenated Morton, newly married, again threw to Haven Moses. Touchdown. Denver has lost only once this year. They won yesterday 17-14. The wildest game of the day had this man in a turmoil, a frenzy all day long. John Madden. Houston at Oakland. It's 10-6, Oakland. But right now, Pastorini deep. Watch 0-0. Kenny Burrow. Great catch. Touchdown. And so, Houston went ahead 13-10 late in the second quarter, with Houston enjoying that 3-point lead. Kenny Stabler, the slick southpaw, looking for old, reliable number 25, Biletnikoff. Of course, he's all alone. The blue-fingered one scores. Oakland moves ahead 17-13. The game was topsy-turvy, shifting tides, ebb and flow. This action in the third quarter. Oakland ahead 17-16. Would you believe it? The pass to Biletnikoff. Biletnikoff hit by Willie Alexander. Fumbled. The ball taken in the air by 22, Zeke Moore. Watch Zeke slip that tackle. Now, the downfield blocking is forming. And Zeke is going to go all the way for a Houston touchdown that seemed to come out of nowhere. The extra point was missed by Pastorini, picking for the injured Tony Fritsch. That made it Houston 22-17. Oakland went ahead 24-22. Pastorini again. To Belly. White Shoes Johnson. All alone. The speedster pours it on. And so again, Houston went ahead as Billy goes through his familiar act. That made it 29-24 for Houston. The kickoff goes to number 40. Pete Banaszak. They mark him off every year. He keeps coming back. Right here, he returns the ball to the Oakland 43. That was enough to put Kenny Stabler in the field position he wanted. 8 plays later, number 28. USC, Clarence Davis. Sweep, touchdown. Oakland won the ball game 34-29.